You'd have heard a lot about the data center challenges in terms of scalability, performance, and sustainability goals as well, right? This topic, what we are going to discuss is completely different. We are not going to discuss about the current challenges. We are going to talk about is our data center supply chain ready to meet the demand for the future, right? Because the future demand is more important. India basically, right, in the tech competition, we were like catching up the games. Now we are in a position to think strategically. Can we advance it? Can we be ahead in the race, right? So that's how now our government, our industry leaders are assessing, are we ready to meet the demand, particularly in the AI world? AI demands a lot of computational capability, and it needs more power as well. And quantum computing, which is now getting into a realistic state as well. So when the data center has a demand to meet AI native applications and quantum computing demands, are we ready? How our supply chain look like? That's the topic that we are going to discuss now. I'm Jayakumar, I work as a director. I welcome our esteemed panelist, Mr. Manickamoorthy, who is a DGM in L&T, and Mr. Bhaumik, Dr. Bhaumik, welcome. He is a director in CBRE, and it would be an interesting discussion to hear from their experience. Both of them have vast experience, more than 20 years of experience in designing and executing the data center services. So thank you, sir, for joining. Okay, so it will be interesting to know because a lot of questions and challenges were on the sustainability throughout the day, right? So Mr. Bhaumik, what's your view? Is our goals are sustainability goals are ambitious enough for the future demand, or should we redefine it now itself so that we can meet the demand in the future? Because AI needs more power and quantum computing needs a highest cooling capacity. So how our goals are defined, and are we ambitious enough? What do you think of it?
Thank you. I think since morning up till last session, we have had enough discussion, and we know all that by now, power and water are the two most important factor in the data center piece. We being CBRE, we manage a lot of hyperscaler and co-locations and enterprise. As of now, what we feel that all companies are thinking about that there are the sustainability goals, there are sustainability teams as well as the business goals. So these two has to be aligned first. Even in our organization, we see that we have a separate team. Rightly in our previous session, my colleagues said that we have a separate team who advise, suggest, and manage on behalf of the client. But within our organization as well, we see that there is always a alignment issues comes up, and we bridge that gap by discussing and taking corrective actions. But in the data center space, I think we also partner with our client, and we help them to achieve it, because there are many factors included. And this is starting from the design, because we have advisory, transaction, consulting, valuations, and then the maintenance and the critical facilities management piece. So every group is kind of discussing the same thing. Okay. The another aspect is that in the supply chain function as well, what we need from a futuristic standpoint, AI computing stage, even your manufacturing organizations, they were 2 years back, if you look at the history, that we were not able to get the product, on time, because they were all full after COVID situation. So the manufacturing unit got changed to different countries, and at that point in time, the demand got increased. Suddenly there is a surge, and India became the primary hub. So what we seen that they were unable to keep, but our demand was already increasing. So we placed the order on behalf of the client. We started leveraging our relationship, our buying power on behalf of the client, with the OEMs to help us to achieve that, because if that delays, your entire supply chain delays. So it's hand in hand, A. B, both objectives and goals are matching. C, they are working together to achieve it. And the last part of it is that I would still feel that we are still not ready yet. We are still not ready yet, because when you make a target to achieve something, you see that another aspect is coming into the business.
It's always changing.
It always is changing environment. The landscape is changing every moment. So you make a target, you reach, you get another target, you reach, and you're just moving on. And that's how it is happening. So there is a need for even the government also to think through that whatever benefit we are giving. So if you look at 2 years back, the same W.Media event in Karnataka, the chief minister came and the IT minister came. He gave a presentation with all the statistical and datas. And if today's session, if you see that the statistics and the government taking actions are completely different. Completely different. You go to any of the government, see, like since morning we were discussing that somebody says in Chhattisgarh, they got the certification in 45 days, less than even 45 days. That's a standard one. In 10 days.
10 days now.
So there are a lot of factors, but what I'm saying is that we should keep on trying to move to the bar and raise the bar to meet the target and move on to the direction.
That's rightly said, Bhaumik. We need to be so dynamic, right, to meet all the ever-growing demand in the industry. Thank you. And Sir Manickamoorthy, sir, the question is from your experience, right? Because with the data center, the growing demands, how does the challenges for the material supplies, right? And currently, how does it look like? What are your practical experience, the supply chain challenges, and how it will be higher in the future, right, with the quantum computing? And what are the roadmap strategies you are working on in your organization? You can share some of your experiences.
Actually, in our organizations, we are doing from starting from 2 megawatt up to 30 megawatt. Actually, we are presently executing. We are having enterprise data center. We are having hyperscalers. So here we see starting from we are from general contractor on the civil side, and second come to the MEP side. Okay, on the civil side, actually, what is happening? All these modularized data center only is been coming in demand, because earlier it was time, quality and price was the parameter which has been given to a GC. Now time has become milestone, okay, and quality has become performance, and price has become budget. So these three evaluation has been taken from quality, time and price to budget, milestone and performance. There is always trade-off. In this scenario, you will not believe, there are 99 MEP systems in a data center, starting from HVAC, from chiller high side to the low side grill. That is, if you take in between, you are having your PAGU or fan wall unit. Same way, starting from your power transformer to the switch and sockets in the data hall on the bus trackway. In fact, nicely arranged today. These all the suppliers also has been put on the table. So the supplies from these even on the fire protection systems on number one chillers, from the HFC to the HFC, now HFO. There is a huge demands on the IKW per TR, and as well as on the COP of the chillers. So energy efficient chillers, particularly as the people have rightly told on the PUE. When I want to get a PUE of less than 1.4, I want to go for the energy efficient chillers, where we are having set of only less than 500 TR air-cooled chillers. And we are having only certain players. That is also, if you take a data center chiller, it should restart within 180 seconds. Actually, in fact, we have changed to 210 seconds, because once the power goes, it should come on. So these kind of testing facilities also not much available in India. I flew to Italy for checking the chillers. Only few suppliers are having the performance checking at the manufacturing side. Second things, on the DG, there are having a standby DG, prime rated DG and continuous rated DG. In data center, DG is the prime source. That too, if on a continuous rated DG, if you want to get, entire prime suppliers have been occupied with all the orders. We are not getting the DGs on the time. Third comes your bus ducts. Even we are getting from Turkey. Okay, these are all IP rated bus ducts. And when we are doing the testing and commissioning, these whatever the heat mapping which we are doing based on the CFD analysis, these CFD analysis, I want to give the concurrent, maintainable and fault tolerant. And we are as per TIA 942 or uptime tier certification, tier 3 or tier 4, N plus N redundancy to be given. Okay, same way on the buffer tank. Buffer tank also, pressure plays an important role in a data center. People are thinking not only the cooling temperature as well as your voltage. There is a power and water quality. In the power, pressure is an important role. Same way, harmonics is a very important role. So as per IEEE 519 or your type test panel 61439, we are not getting the switchgear components. If you ask ABB or if you ask our own L&T, we are not getting those kind of switchgear components. So on the low side also, type test panel is becoming an important part, including the bus ducts. Now, once again, the technology is also getting changed from a 8 kilowatt or a 10 kilowatt per rack to 50 kilowatt. That means PAGU has become fan wall unit. I thought with fan wall unit I will manage, but it has become 50 kilowatt. It has become DCLC. Before I am learning, because last 25 years I am in this field, in mechanical and electrical. Before one technology is getting been trained, somebody has clearly told just before this panel. So the trained people also not available. When we are supplying the product, that also to be operated. Then only you can maintain the PUE. Today I have learned TUE also has been told. So TUE also to be maintained. So these products starting from chillers, DGs, UPS, modular UPS to be brought. So this modular UPS and the space availability based on the modular, because there is a gray space and there is a white space. There will be a fight in L&T between me and my civil counterpart. He will be asking, no Manicam, customer wants the white space because we are building our own Cloudfinity. So white space to be given because that is a saleable space that is linked. So that is the revenue generated area. So I want to give a UPS in such a case where modular UPS to be given. Same way on the fire system. It is not on the Novak 1230. Now it has been changed to pre-action sprinkler system. So the systems are getting evolved, and the designer who is designing also want to know these in-depth detailing in order to accommodate in the available gray space. Example, now with the data center from 30 kilowatt, now everybody is talking on gigawatt, but I have not still executed gigawatt. When you are going for gigawatt, people are planning on GIS. It is not on the 33 kV supply. The supply chain management, not only us, including the EB, I was with the CAG in charge. Even with, when we have done high-rise building, I was with National Building Code people, fire department itself was not having the vehicle. It is all stakeholders are connected, and a supply chain means it is. Last, we are not having the enough contractors. I am from the contractor, suddenly civil will get over and MEP will come, or civil want to complete the turnaround cycle time. 13 days we want to complete because technology is getting evolved. So your cycling time to be completed, and contractors, you want to have electricians who knows, because unlike other application, okay, I always give respect to hospital where we are having a medical equipments, but in a data center, the SLA is so much stringent. That is, I am executing now one job, they are asking for 99.99999. How many nines? So many nines has been, it is because as per uptime also there is no 99.9, they will tell only on concurrent and fault tolerant. So this downtime which is making those kind of equipment to be supplied, to be installed, and those kind of operational maintenance engine, that is also supply chain management. I am maintaining a data center where even 2 minutes there is a problem, your total data will be out. So these all linked as far as our experience is, my experience is concerned. Supply chain is becoming, starting from designers, the suppliers, the installers, the O&M people, the government bodies, like giving the approval authority, as somebody has told, and fiber optic connectivity. We have built up a data center where we are not having the fiber optic connectivity. Okay, whatever the landing stations are there. We are limited only to Pune or Mumbai, or now of course in Chennai. Even Siriseri, I know there is a power shortage is there. Supply, we are not able to get a 220 kV upgrading situation. We are moving to Ambattur area. Of course, government is supporting a lot. So these are all the various factors in supply chain management. It is a very, very highly challenging task with, particularly nowadays they are asking, I am getting now an inquiry, 8 megawatt, 8 months completion. How we are going to come, but still all the peoples are supporting, we are learning and we are able to manage with, that is only standardization is very important, like this kind of program. Today I have seen most of the people talking on the same topic means, yes, it is getting evolved, it is getting standardized, it is on sustainability also, how to reduce, how to reuse, how to recycle, because earlier this false ceiling and all, we used to have a conventional, now we are having a modular supports. Because now data center want to be given with seismic also. Seismic, based on seismic we want to design. That is also one more supply chain management where we are not having the suppliers. Now we are having Mupro, Jika, those kind of people are coming forward, and now for liquid immersion tools, I have seen some other suppliers, they are coming forward and supporting us.
It's a very interesting experience, truly, because we see in Google, right, some input, but when we really hear from people, we know what practical challenges the industries are overcoming. And that was a thoroughly enjoyable experience. We learned a lot.
I'll just add 2 more points, because mostly all hyperscalers are with us, and they have given a mandate to our critical maintenance management team that you bring trade-wise supplier partner and you take this project.
Yes.
Okay. So if you show me that you have at least 2 partners in that package or trade, take this job. Do it. Secondly, when we did our exercise and we realized that, okay, we will have MSA or GSA, whether it is a global service agreement or master service agreement. So we have executed about, say, 13, 14 top grade supplier partner with them, about, say, 60, 70 million dollar of business we have been doing. And some of them are even 200, 300 million dollar business globally, top grade. And we have been collaborated with them so that any request comes, that can be routed through, because you are the maintenance partner. So it is your primary job to bring the partners to do this job and get the job done. And then the point which you have mentioned, that even there are companies, there are data centers, they have been 100% green energy. We did couple of exercise, because we are consultant as well. We did operational audit for the data center as well, where we realized that they have 100% green energy. And even the futuristic data center which are upcoming, most of the colo, I'll not take the name, they have planned to build, like morning somebody says 25 megawatt with Chennai they started, and their futuristic plan is that 100% green energy to be used.
You are right, actually, even we are also planning this net zero, because somebody was mentioning about in IGBC platinum and a sustainability index to be brought in data center, also very nice point. In one of, yes, my last, you are having big subject and last 5 minutes. Neither project we are having time, or in panel discussion also not having time. This, in this, on design phase itself, actually, when the design phase itself is coming, when the end requirement comes as a clarity, then automatically on this, whatever on the water neutrality as well as on the carbon neutrality, in our fraternity, particularly MEP, we are having this digital twin modeling as well as this rivet MEP modeling, where in a data center it is not only the contractor, consultant, architect and the end customer. Luckily all we are having a good collaboration. In fact, as you have rightly told, including customers, they know who can deliver this job on time with respect to performance, as well as tomorrow also. One more important this thing is that the downtime is a very big problem. So you want to have the inventory management also. So in the inventory management also, those suppliers to have the products readily available. So those things also to be brought online, and on sustainability parameter, they are thinking on the IKW per TR, coefficient of performance, then water usage effectiveness, and coming to the this power usage effectiveness. All those sustainable parameters has been taken, and on one more part, data center feasibility study when we are doing. That is very, very much important because it should not be in the flood prone area. Correct, Anna? That is also because when there is a flood, data center to be operated in a effective way. So those sustainable parameters also has been taken care. And one more thing, everything has been put under smart grid. Even data center also, earlier I used to do BMS, then it has become IBMS, then now it has become DCIM or DCOS, Data Center Infrastructure Management or Data Center Operating Systems. So these automation systems also has been considered on sustainable part. Then on the power, it is not only on the GIS, we are going, thanks to all the data center people, because if it is a 30 megawatt in India, it is going in a phased manner. I am doing certain data center, top people were there. We are going with 6 megawatt, 6 megawatt, 6 megawatt. That means with 33 kV substation I am able to feed, then I enhance the power supply. Otherwise what happened, initially itself I am going with the GIS, even from the electricity department. They want to, for the minimum load to be given, even their CTPT ratio to be designed and the load to be given. So people are facing and thinking on the sustainability, why unnecessarily to wastage the power, water usage. So we are going with the latest technology on only with 33 kV supply. And also we are having the battery energy storage system. Still I have not commissioned. We received a project in Uzbekistan, Tashkent. So we are having a battery energy storage system where our PT&D is getting collaborated. And also we are trying to put the solar panel on sustainable practice. But in the solar, what is the problem I am happening? Maximum of the terrace is being occupied with air-cooled chillers. So when we are putting the air-cooled chillers and your front office area will be maximum with VRF. In fact, today I put a question to stools and all other kind of verti people. Why can't we have a chilled water system in the front office area also? But the problem is that the unnecessarily chiller will be loaded. So we are having the VRF units which will be in the terrace also. And all the CPM rooms will be in terrace. So this is the problem. And these solar panel we are not having a place to put, even though there is a government norms.
Lot of challenges in our supply chain, right? I think it was very interesting to hear from you, sir. So I think we have last couple of minutes. We can leave in 1 or 2 questions to audience. Anyone has any questions?
It is time for them to go.
She has reached the dais. Thank you, W.Media.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.